Hello, today we've got Lee Anderson, and Lee is going to show us his 1915 Rio. Can you tell us a few things about this Rio?
Yeah, it's a car I acquired a couple years ago. The reason I wanted a car like this was because my grandparents had a 1913 Rio, and they drove it from Canada to the South Dakota where they had homesteaded originally. And so I decided I had to have one similar to that, was just the closest thing I could find, which is the same motor, running gear, and everything. And
where did you find this one?
This one came from Middletown, Pennsylvania. It had been in one family since the late 50s, early 60s. So they had it all that time, and now the daughter wanted to sell it because the father died and decided it was time to get rid of it. And I was lucky enough to acquire it.
That's good. And this is a blue. What color do you call this?
Well, it's called cobalt blue. The Tourings, the four-door Tourings, all came in cobalt blue. That was the only color they had that year. The Roadsters came in black, but they were trimmed in black. It was supposed to be a black hood or black radiator too, which this one was incorrect because it's been painted blue. But
this is a prize winner with ACA, isn't it?
Yes, I got a historically preserved original features award with it last summer, which I was really glad to get. It isn't really a show car, it's a driver, but they do appreciate that, the club, so that's really nice that they appreciate the old cars kind of as they were.
That's the concept on that original preservation. Now, what kind of features does this have? Does it have a regular transmission, like a 3-speed transmission or something?
Yes, Rio was one of the first cars to design what they call a center shift. It has a 3-speed transmission, but not a standard shift pattern. It's a totally different shift pattern than what we're used to today. But the shift is in the middle instead of having the levers on the outside. And the reasoning behind that was it could be either right-hand or left-hand drive, and it made the shift lever out of the way. It was easier for the women to drive, even was part of the concept of it. So, but it has a 3-speed, and it has a 4-cylinder engine, this one. It's got 240 cubic inch, rated at 30 to 35 horsepower.
And what's kind of unique about this is the valves are on the outside of the engine, aren't they?
Most all the features are exposed. You can see everything except the pistons and rods going on. In other words, you see the lifters, you can see the water pump, the fan, the rocker arms, the flywheel, everything is out in the open.
Okay. Now, you were telling me that they made different colors for different years. What was the first year that Rio was introduced?
Rio was introduced in the fall of 1904. Ransom E. Olds, it started Oldsmobile at an earlier date, and then he sold Oldsmobile out, and he wanted to start another company, but he couldn't use that name. So instead of calling Oldsmobile, he used these 3 initials, R.E. Olds. In late 1904, they incorporated. In 1905, they started building smaller cars, and they built 1 2-cylinder cars up until 1909, and then 1910 they came out with this 4-cylinder, which is called Rio the Fifth, which was his 5th automotive design for Rio cars.
Okay, and the Touring is the larger version, isn't it?
The Touring is the largest version at that time, yes. Also, this year it did come with a 6-cylinder too, which was a bigger car yet, but there's very few of those in existence.
Okay. Well, Lee, we want to thank you for this interview. We appreciate seeing this car.
You bet.